The power of rejection. My dear friend, you have it all wrong. All those no's, all those times that people push you away, that they close your doors, they shut you down, all those no's are not there to destroy you. They're there to fuel you and propulse you forward. Push you through things that you never thought that you could go through. I'm not here to point fingers at you. I'm not here to judge you. I'm talking about a reality that even I go through it from time to time. Hey, I think I even going through it right now. But all those moments that the door shut down on your face, they were not to make you feel less of a person, less of value. No, man. That's been there just to push you forward. That's been there to okay, this experience, rejection is either gonna break you and tear you to pieces and leave you stranded on the ground, broken, or that same rejection can actually turn into something historic. You can break barriers. You can do something so big that you cannot even think about it right now because you're not on that right state of mind yet. You have to believe in yourself in order to come all that stuff. Sometimes we think we have the idea. Maybe that's just the base of it. And don't be so hard on yourself. Like, seriously, don't be so hard on yourself. Let me say that again. Don't be so hard on yourself. You've been dealing with rejection since you were a kid. Since you were a kid, rejection has been around you. That's why it just still hurts you so much, and sometimes it stops you in your tracks from continuing moving forward with whatever you want in your life, your dreams. But think about it. There's babies in this world that when they were born, their parents rejected them, abandoned them. Think about that for a minute. You've been born. You haven't even barely opened your eyes yet to see this amazing world of colors, of scenery, of trees, buildings. You haven't even opened your eyes yet as a baby. And already your parents, the people that are supposed to be there to love you, raise you, they rejected you and they abandoned you. That's how early it can be. And don't get me started because it can happen even before that. But I don't want to get on that morbid side of things. when you're going to school, when you're in the park as a kid, you get rejected by those kids that don't want to play with you. You go to the park, some kids don't want you to join playing the game with them. You go to high school, whoa, talk about rejection. You get rejected by the girls, you get rejected by the group of guys, you get rejected by the teams, by the basketball, the football, the baseball, all the teams. Even the groups, you feel like a little pinball machine. Bing, 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 bing. Like the whole time. The whole time, you've been rejected. And then you start applying to colleges. And you're just applying to 3, 4, 5 different colleges, hoping that one takes you. Like that's your dream college. That's the dream university that you want to go. And then you get a rejection letter. Boom. That's a heartbreaking. It is. And then let's say that you already went through college. You have your college degree already. Now you have to apply in different companies to see which one you can actually work with your degree and they take you. And you're hoping for that specific company, obviously, because that's the big money maker. But guess what? You receive an email, you receive a letter that says, "We're sorry to inform you that they went with a different candidate. Or at this time, we're not interested." It's another heartbreaking. We haven't even touched relationships. As a guy, man, to talk to a girl, you're already sweating. You're already nervous. You already feel like you don't want to sound too friendly. You don't want to sound either like you just Hannibal Lecter, you know? You're not Jigsaw. It's like, I want to play a game. No, you don't. You don't want to sound like you're weird and awkward. But you do know that you're different. You do know what you like. You do know what you don't like. And that is part of the power of rejection. Listen, to get anywhere in life, your dreams, your goals, is not a race, it's a marathon, but it's still a race. A race against yourself. You're the one putting boundaries. You're the one putting dates. You're the one putting how many years you want to be there. Only you can do it. Nobody else can. Everything, everything is on your hands. How bad you want it? How bad you want it? Rejection is there to help you out and guide you. When one door closes, another one opens, or it pushes you in this labyrinth of life. It tells you when you need to go straight, because you will feel like the flow is just the flow. It will tell you when to turn left or right. It will tell you when you need to climb. You know? And you might say, well, I just want to continue moving and I don't want to keep going climbing. I'm like, then you don't really want it that bad. Because there's a flood coming. Either you get to higher ground or you're going to drown down there trying. If you want to see life like a success. If you're a gamer, if you're in video games, you will probably understand this, what I'm talking about. And I'm not even a gamer. But I have gone really low, like homeless. Comas, wheelchairs, you name it. I even lost my memory. This is all new to me. And I think that's a very important point over here. Is that as angry as I can get sometimes, or I used to, it was more about being angry with myself. About memories that I couldn't remember. And then I started getting some memories, and oh my God, guess what came first? All the rejections. That's how bad the scars of rejection are, how deep they go. I lost memory because of my TBI, my accident. Yeah. That's the memory that I get back. My rejections? No, man. That was painful. That was painful to relive. That was painful to rewatch. Still painful. But I'll give you one thing. If you know what to do with all those rejections, all those no's, and you start using it as fuel, my dear brother, sister, nothing in this world will stop you. You will get to whatever it is that you want. Rejection has been around you forever. It's like the sun and the moon. The moon, you can time it. You know the stages. But the sun will come out regardless. And this is no difference. You'll be rejected. But every time you get rejected, you know how not to go, where not to go, which way not to go, what not to do. Or you learn a different lesson, what else is out there, or how bad you want it, because that's when it starts pushing you in that direction. I'm like, oh my God, I really want this because it's happening right now. And then you get all these sponsorships and you have no idea. By the way, talking about sponsorships, no, this is not sponsored by Old Navy. This is just sponsored by my wardrobe closet, the clearance aisle on it. So, anyhow, you have to be in that uncomfortable position. You have to be in that uncomfortable position. You have to be in that situation where, oh my God, this is almost rock bottom. And when you say that almost rock bottom, that's your cue right there. Because that means that you're still not rock bottom, but you can see how close you are. And that will trigger a new version of you, a new power, a new superpower that you says, not today. You're like, I'm not going down. I'm going to push forward. That's the kind of stuff that happens. And it sounds like a miracle in a story. Once you, like, if you write a book about it, you're like, wow, I've done so much. Yeah, you have. And you should be proud of it. But before you do anything, you have to understand that you have to be on that uncomfortable position first. Think about it. If you're in a track race, right? You're in a track race. You see the athlete in the ground, in a hunch position, like back arch, butt up, legs and feet right where they're like ready to take one step. They are already on that uncomfortable position. They know where they're going, and they know how much they're gonna give themselves for this race, because they want to win. They all do. They all do. You wouldn't want to lose, right? You want to win. We all do. But guess what? That's not just an uncomfortable position just by looking at it. You got to start thinking how bad it is. Their arch, their butts are up. Their anxiety is building up. They have muscles, they start trembling. And they haven't stepped a foot out yet. The sun is beating on their heads and is hot as hell. And yet, they're there waiting to take the first step. If that's not enough, the sweat is running down their faces, getting in their eyes, but they have to keep those hands right on the floor, ready to take off. Imagine how bad it is that you, when you're just walking around and you're sweating and the sweat getting in your eyes, you barely can even see. You're like losing your mind. And you have to be in a race right now. And this is a win or lose situation. Everything that you have trained comes down to this moment, and you have sweat in your eyes. What are you gonna do? You don't want to be losing because you don't want to be rejected. And you push yourself. Why? Because you're in an uncomfortable position. Maybe if you start running super, super fast, that sweat will come off your head, off your face. And it might sound so drastic to say it, but there's also that possibility. Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. The thing is that you still don't believe it. You're still holding on those rejections. I'm telling you, all those no's, they're not supposed to be bricks in your backpack. All those no's are supposed to be fuel in your tank. So you can take off like a rocket, my dear. Yeah. I'm serious. Why not you? Why not you? You and only you know how much you have endured to this moment. You know. Only you know how much more you can give. Now imagine that you put all that energy again into something that you want and deserve. And I'm sorry if you feel like I'm pointing at you, but it's because I believe in you. Listen, I went from 40% chances of walking to I'm running 2 miles. Come on. You got this. But I believe that you have all those rejections all wrong in your head. But it's not your fault. It's the way that you have been raised. You and I, we've been raised of be ashamed and embarrassed to be rejected. We are ashamed and we're even told not even to try because we don't want to get rejected. Your parents didn't want you to get heartbroken, so they told you, no, don't even try, don't apply, so you don't get rejected. Rejection has become a mindful fear. And I say mindful because it consumes everything about you. And it has so much meaning because you have given it to him. You need to escape. You need to push out. You need to move forward. But I'm telling you, use the tools that you have right now. And one of those tools is rejection. My dear friend, you got this. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, or wonderful morning. I love you. Somebody out there cares. God bless.